So we'll go ahead and get started. As with any yoga class, please just listen to your body. If something doesn't feel quite right, just back out and do what feels comfortable. We'll begin in a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to take a cross-legged seat. Begin to tune inward, noticing the breath. Maybe finding a nice soft gaze. Welcome yourself to your yoga practice. From here, we'll begin to circle sweep the arms up as we inhale. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let's do one more like this. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. This next time we'll inhale up, reaching up tall, bending at the elbows as we pull the heart through. Take a few breaths here, just opening the heart. Coming into some seated cat-cows, we'll pull the forearms together as we round the back, looking down towards our lap. Inhale as we open up, pulling the heart back through. Exhale, spinal flexion and extension. Warming up the spine. Let's do two more. Next time, pause. When you're open, reach the fingertips back. And exhale the fingertips back down to the earth. Maybe roll the shoulders up and back and up. Take the head in some circles, moving in one direction and then the other. Making any adjustments, finding your seat. Left hand plants down onto the earth as we inhale the right arm up over the right ear. Exhale, right palm down onto the earth. Inhale the left arm up. Nice side stretch. Let's do one more on each side. Then we'll add on to this motion. If you're just hopping on, welcome. My name is Laura. Right arm comes up over the right ear. We'll pull the heart towards the earth as we sweep the right hand across the front of the body. Other side. Inhale the left arm up. Heart pulls towards the earth as we sweep the left arm across. Other side. Same motion. At your own pace. Inhaling as you reach the arm up. Exhaling as you sweep it across. Let's do one more on each side. Nice and easy. And we'll pause, coming back into our seat. Sitting up tall. From here, we'll walk the hands forward, coming into a little fold. Maybe resting the forehead or the forearms down onto the ground. Feeling a little stretch in the hips. Maybe reaching the fingertips forward. Staying here, or walking the hands over to frame the right knee. Over through the center to the other side. Noticing how you feel in the lower back, the outer hip, walking back to center. Hands come back up towards the seat. Sitting up nice and tall. If you're sitting in a cross-legged seat, maybe stretch the legs out long. Give them a shake. And then switch the cross of the legs. So if you have the right leg in the front, over in the left leg in the front, or the other way around. This feels kind of funny if you're used to sitting with one leg, your dominant leg in the front. Finding your seat, we'll take that fold again, walking the hands forward, just to hit the other side, noticing how you feel, how this changed the stretch. Staying here, walking the hands at a diagonal to frame the right knee. Then back through center, over to the left. And then back to center, walking them back towards the body, coming to an upright seat. Bringing the legs out long, we'll give them another little shake. And then find a tabletop position. Coming onto all fours, stacking shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. If the knees are tender here, you can always pat them with a towel or a blanket. If the wrists are tender, you can come up onto fists. Maybe that feels better. Be here for just a moment. Getting comfortable, checking in with the belly, taking navel to spine, maybe taking some hip circles in one direction and then the other. Pausing back in center, coming into pigeon pose by drawing the right knee up behind the right wrist and shifting the right ankle behind the left wrist. Checking in with the back leg, sending it out nice and long. Top of the foot meets the earth. Nice hip opener, pigeon pose. If your right hip's way up off of the ground, you can always prop it with a blanket or a pillow. If this isn't comfortable at all for you, you can always come into a reclined pigeon. I can show you that real quick. Sometimes I call it a reclined figure four. And that will give you the same stretch. I'm going to come back into this half pigeon. Staying here, enjoying this, or walking the hands forward, coming down onto the earth, maybe resting the hands for the head onto the backs of the hands. Sleeping pigeon. Two more nice longs of breath. Nice long rounds of breath. It should feel good. There shouldn't be any pain here. When you're ready, come on back up. Plant the palms of the hands beneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes of the extended leg and slip that right leg back out, finding your teeth. Maybe give the hips a little shimmy. And we'll move to the other side. Left knee comes in behind that left wrist. Swiveling the wrist or the ankle around behind the right wrist. Extending that back leg to where it feels good. Noticing how one side feels different than the other. Using your props as needed. Choosing to stay here or finding that reclined sleeping pigeon. Or the reclined figure four on your back. That's fine too. Noticing where you are in this posture. The deeper, the more parallel you have the shin in the front to the top of the mat, the deeper the stretch you'll get. I like to keep my heel tucked in pretty tight to the groin. Everyone will look different depending on the range you have in your hips. We'll be here for 2 more rounds of breath. And then slowly make your way back up, finding yourself back in your tabletop position. Sending the hips back to the heels for a little child's pose. Staying here, or maybe making a little thread the needle here from your child's pose by bringing the left hand, threading it through behind the right, bringing the left ear, left shoulder down to the mat. Little shoulder stretch. One more round of breath. Unwinding that left arm, sending it back out long. Moving to the other side, threading the right arm under the left. Left ear, left shoulder, come down to the mat. Finding one more round of breath. And then untangling the right arm out. Coming back up into our tabletop position. Shifting the hips off to one side or the other. Coming on down to our back. Once you get there, we'll bend the knees and plant the feet flat onto the ground. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we'll gather the knees up towards the belly. And allow them to fall off to one side or the other. Coming into a little supine twist. On your next inhale, bringing the knees back up to center, readjusting the hips, sending the knees off to the other side. One more breath. Knees come back up to center. Give them one last final hug. Maybe rock from side to side. Take one last final great big breath. And as you exhale, bring the legs out long. We'll come into a final resting mini shavasana. Closing the eyes. Reflecting on your practice. Noticing how you feel. Maybe closing down the eyes. Knowing that you can stay here in Shavasana as long as you like at home, or join me by coming back up to seated, however you get here, to close our practice. Placing the hands in the lap, or joining me by bringing hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing this mini yoga practice with me this evening. Again, my name is Laura. Thank you for joining me. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be well. Namaste.